Thank you for joining in today with Andrea Eichmann and Mark Peterson of the People's Patriot Project and Mark Peterson of the People's Patriot Project for this week's WeP3 Debrief. Find out what our crew has been working on to help support those who have given some and all to the pursuit of liberty and freedoms across Minnesota and the United States. Watch, listen, and support as we create the beacon of hope and opportunity in today's society that needs its heroes. Are you a veteran, first responder, or a patriot looking for a place to put your skill set, your thoughts, and or want to help continue the mission? You have come to the right place. We are the People's Patriot Project, and we want to be the shock and awe when it comes to meeting the needs of our veterans and first responders. We are dealing with a new enemy in today's world where the wounds are not always clean. We want to be part of this mission in saving lives and making a difference. Welcome to the WeP3 Debrief. Here's Andrea and Mark letting you know the mission. And as always, Patriot Pride.
You got it!
Hey, oops, look at here. We got this thing. Hey, good afternoon. It's Andrea Eichmann here, and this is our debrief with the People's Patriot Project. Oops, it goes the wrong way. Look at this. I got some guests in the car with me. Everybody's busy working. I don't know what this world is. I'm just driving, so I will be your host. Debrief is here every week to let you know. What we do first is share who we had on last night, what's going on in their world, what their good is, what their desire is, and then to talk about what we've been up to the past few weeks and what's coming up in the next couple weeks to keep you into what we have going on. Last night, you guys were such a cool guest, and I will talk about Dr. Mackey here in just a minute, and I just want to throw some thank yous out there. Jeremy, you are always here, and we appreciate it more than you probably know. And then we have got, some of our others like Bourbon Battle Buddies, which is funny because that's Jonathan. Kimmer was not with us last night. We've got some awesome sponsors as well. We have Brian Kenzer, and I'm going to show you a quick video with him in a minute here with Smart Living. He's going to talk about American-made products, American workers, and doing good stuff for yourself. Also, the People's Patriot Project, We Got Your 6 at 6, can be heard on the Rees Across America radio on Sunday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern. So, what do we got? 17 hours ago. It was on, but it's a repeat from the week before. So if you missed last week, you can catch it after the show the following week. Any iHeartRadio, Odyssey, TuneIn app, just search the word Wreath or go to wreathacrossamerica.org and you will be able to find that. We've got so many things. We've got our pledge. Let me just tell you, and I feel like I'm running through this right now, but we know why we get to do this. This is a big thank you to the service members and first responders. Sweat, blood, limbs, family, and lives to give us the freedoms that we have that allow us to do what we do daily, like work, right? Working is good. Summer vacay is kind of good too. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, that's why the People's Patriot Project exists. We like to help and support those who have served their countries and communities who now have a need. We have this program called Lighten the Load, where we bought a lot of groceries. I'm going to start with that. We bought a lot of groceries. We've done a lot of gas cards, given a lot of rides. Thank you for the background music. We've done a few moves. We've done some furniture. We've caught up some utility bills that needed to be caught up. I'm going to share a story about one of, it's very sad, but it's one of my favorites. We got a call from the VA in Minneapolis, and it was a social worker, and he'd heard about us, and he said, you know, I don't know if you do this stuff, but we've got a guy, and he is he's on hospice. He's got a short time. He's got cancer. He's a veteran, and he just wants to stay with his daughter in Texas for what time he has left. And that alone is heart-touching. But he was wondering if we could help get him a flight to see his daughter. And so it was a little flurry of activity, you know, getting all his information. And then as a second thought, like, what does he need to bring, and can we ship anything? When I got onto the airline, man, there was a first class seat right in front. I didn't know what he needed. I didn't know if he needed a wheelchair. I didn't know if he needed any special attention. So I got him right there on the front of the plane. I let them know that he was there and he could have whatever he wanted. And then I called his daughter. She was in Houston, I believe, and she was young, and she was just in college, and you know, her dad had been ill, so he had missed her prom, and she hadn't seen him in a while, and so then she was actually coming up to fly down with him. So I was like, oh, you know what, that's pretty cool. You know, what flight are you on? Let's make sure you guys got those plans nailed down. And she's like, oh, I haven't bought my tickets yet because I didn't know what flight he'd be on. And guess what happened? Well, of course oh my gosh, of course I put her right next to him. What could I not do? And you guys, tickets were so cheap at that point. First class was not even whatever. And he went home with her, and he spent his last 3.5 months with his daughter. And that was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool one. So, gosh. Anyway, those are my favorites. So those are the things we do. God, I don't know. We can hold a meeting for you. We can, we did a fundraiser. We've done fundraisers, I should say. We went as guests to a fundraiser and in the beginning, and we did this was for a special family that, I think it was Hometown Heroes. I think we're putting it on. And we asked if we could give away for this particular family a Christmas. And oh my goodness, it was so cool. It was, again, not cool. The reasons are not cool. But the way we could do this was cool. It was a young family, and they had 2 little kids, and dad was a new amputee from his knee down on one leg, and struggling with how's he gonna do Christmas? Can't decorate a tree, can't decorate outside, can't really go shopping. I believe the amputation was in October. And so Peterson and his family helped out, and we had a couple other helpers. We actually went to their house, and we put up this gigantic, they had a really tall ceiling in their family room, and we put up this gigantic tree, and we decorated it, and we did their outdoors, and then we went shopping. His wife was so gracious as to have a shopping list for them and the 2 kids, and it was quite fun. We went a little above and beyond because we got some amazing donations, and we were able to take them on a getaway weekend, and it was the week before Christmas, I believe. And they there's a place up in Duluth, Minnesota, Bentleyville. And you guys know it's really cold and snowy and icy, but that's up on Lake Superior. And Bentleyville is a festival of lights. It's crazy. And I wish I had the video in here. There's Jeremy. Hey, bud. I wish I had the video. I'll pull it up and I'll share it maybe next week. But Cooper just wants to be the star of the show. I'm sorry. Anyway, we it was that probably COVID or whatever they called that stuff. It was drive-through. And so and right now I don't have all the names, but because this was like almost 4 years ago, we called a couple car dealers, and the Chevy dealer gave us a showroom floor Suburban to drive around and to chauffeur them around. And so we put them in a hotel, and the hotel was amazing. We did go into Superior, Wisconsin, and because their pool was open. Minnesota didn't have pools open in their hotels during that season. And so they actually gave us hotel rooms, and we got a dinner from nearby. It was really cool. Burger and sandwich joint. Anyway, put them up there for 3 days, and we took them around to see Christmas lights the first night. The next day we went to this Bentleyville. We went to Caribou Coffee and got coffee. There was a little bit of snow, so the lights were all glittery, and oh my goodness, this, thank you. Yeah, Jeremy, it was our first weekend getaway, and it was our first Christmas that we shared, and it was so cool. And we became friends with that family. It was really kind of funny. After we get done, we went and took down the Christmas decorations and got rid of the tree. We left the outdoor ones and came back like a month later. And the wife was like, I feel like we broke up, because that's how close we had gotten. I mean, it was, and you know what, our lives, I mean, they were going their direction and we were doing ours, and they're very giving as well. They've done a few other fundraisers with us once they got back on their feet, and it was amazing. So anyway, I just wanted to use those stories to explain to you that is what we do at the People's Patriot Project. That Lighten the Load is one of our our Starlight missions, and then we have the podcast that we do on Sunday nights, and then the Debrief on Mondays. Sunday nights are all about other people and what they are doing. It's our way kind of to vet what others are doing and let them share what they're doing. And we have this network of collaborators where if we can't figure out how to get what you need, we will reach into our bucket of collaborators, and we will have them. An example was, of course, eliminating suicide would be our first mission, and we believe that lightening their loads, the loads of those who are struggling, is one good way to keep them from getting to that point. And so, and then the socialization, and we have an example of two really cool examples about the suicide mission. One, through a series of networking, I saw a picture of a guy on a roadside, and I think he was in South Carolina, and I think Peterson says Florida, but so down southeastern. And he was homeless, and he was struggling with who he was and where he was supposed to be. We jumped in, and we reached out to, and he was a veteran. We reached into our network of veterans, and everybody jumped in to help. But through this networking, we found out he was from right here in Minnesota. And so, man, he was able to get home, and family was very concerned about him, but they got in touch with him and got him back home, and that was a cool one too. And then another one was a brother that was having trouble up in Michigan, and some people around the country think we're pretty close to Michigan. I mean, like, they're on a different Great Lake than us and whatever, but it's okay, because I don't know where a lot of other parts of the country, how close they are either. But they called up and asked if we could help somebody in Michigan. That was tough, because we did everything we could on our end, and we just couldn't get to him. And we were able to reach out to a couple other groups in Michigan that we've come across through this mission. And so that's what the podcast does. That's what we that's what we use kind of as our, where Vegas is? South of Reno, I think. I don't know. Jeremy, I've never been there, and now I feel like I'm old enough that I don't know if I need to go. I don't know. Seems like a lot of work in Vegas just to have some fun. I don't know. But okay, so that's what we do, and that's who we are. And so getting back to the guests that we share on Sunday nights, we put on other missions, other organizations that have the same mission as us. We put on a lot of veterans and first responders, I'm sorry, I got to turn, that have a success story. And we let them share what was their success. Because there might be somebody out there who is looking for something to help and might be able to find peace in the same success. And through that, we found a whole bunch of people who have turned to music for a lot of healing pieces. And so now we have all these musicians. So every Sunday night, we bring on another group or individual that supports or has been supportive of missions like ours, helping with the suicide and the transitioning and the homelessness and all of it. And then we put on a musician. And so last night this was really cool because this was not, I'm sorry, Jeremy, that puppy, I hope Peterson's not watching because he'll be so irritated. Sounds like the puppy has something to say. He's got a lot to say. He doesn't like being in the car, and now we're not moving. So that's okay. But we had on this guy last night he's not a veteran, but he is the son and grandson of veterans, and he has been doing research on Japanese American soldiers and oh man, just the stories in the past. And it's crazy. He came on to share and to teach what he does and what his mission is. And he works very closely with the families of those Japanese American soldiers from World War II. Oh my gosh, there's so many feels last night. As most of you probably know, the Japanese Americans were treated horribly before and during the war. I mean, he brought up, he brought up the treatment of throwing them into camps and, barely nourishing them and accusing them of being spies, espionage, all of it. And just because they were Japanese Americans, they left that Americans part off quite often. So he studies. I'm gonna put a website up real quick. Meant to have that in there already. His organization is Go for Broke. And if you go to this website, man, I learned so much. I went on to Dr. Mackey's. His name, by the way, is Dr. Mitchell Mackey. And he is out there in California, and they have a monument for these Japanese American soldiers. And they actually now have financing for a building. So they're going to make a building. They're going to build a great big building, and it'll be centered around that monument, and they will keep doing their research on these Japanese American soldiers' families that like all the rest of us who have families that have served our countries, they need some recognition and some I would suppose maybe there's some sort of benefits as well. Anyway, please check out. Here was how he started. Check it out. Here's how he started last night. He started with the question, if you had been treated like that, and you actually were very happy to be an American citizen, and you were treated horribly, and then you were asked to go serve for your country, what would you have said? And how would you have felt? And so we each got our turn to answer that question. And then he explained that these Japanese Americans wanted very much to go fight for their country and defend the freedoms that they had, even though they had been treated that way. And then there was, I have it in my notes. There was one soldier that he's interviewed and written his story. And he asked him, he was the World War II veteran, and he said, but why? Why did you say that you wanted to go defend this country? And the response from that soldier was, I would The men took the call to defend this country. The men took the call to defend this country in the hopes that it would show the loyalty and the desire to be Americans. It was for the future. Gosh, the foresight. I love it. All right, 20 minutes. I've been talking. I'm going to show this. This is our list of sponsors. Please go check them out. Derek Iozio with Catch 22, the Boho Hobos Hideaway with Lauren Iozio, Contagion Effect with Eric Mello, Operation Texas Strong with the Bobby and Peggy. Oh my gosh, I got Brian's name in my head. I don't have their name on this sheet. Krutzinger, Operation Texas Strong, and then Miss Kimmer Winter, and we missed her. Kimmer, if you are watching, please let's get you going again. I brought up Brian Kenzer because he actually has a video. Play that quick. It's 2 minutes. I'm gonna let that roll, and then I'm gonna talk about our music that we had on last night. I'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Brian, veteran, firefighter, patriot. I have a Memorial Day message about Made in America. You know, when I served, I left these borders, as many of you did, to protect the freedoms and liberties we have as Americans. I believe that if we don't stand up and fight for our way of life, someone else will be happy to take it away. I was made in America, so yes, that phrase means something to me. What do I do about it? Well, first I serve and protect the citizens of my community, putting their needs before mine. Service above self is what I call it. I also spend my hard-earned money on made in America products and services, the ones that support American manufacturers and American jobs and the families they provide for. What I don't do is spend my money at Amazon and Walmart, Costco, Target, and the dollar store, and the dozens of other retailers that fill their shelves with non-American made products, just because they're cheap and they're good for the shareholders' bottom line. For me, that's just a kick in the teeth to the brothers and sisters who have sacrificed for Made in America. So we have a little online store that makes many of the things that everyone consumes every day, and every one of those is made in America. We're very proud of that and would like to share it with you. We'll also help support the People's Patriot Project when you shop there. I'll put a link in the comments, and we'll have a few posts in the People's Patriot Project Facebook page in the coming weeks, so I hope you'll have a look. For those of you that have and that shop with us, thank you very much. You know, we all need stuff, and if you don't have time to look at our store or don't want to shop with us, that's fine. But show some respect for yourselves and for the brothers and sisters that gave everything to protect Made in America, and seek out Made in America products and services to spend your money on. Don't just go for cheap. Remember, you don't know them all, but you owe them all. One last thing, if enough people do this, our economy will improve without government regulation or handouts or stimulants. Remember where you were made, here in America. Thank you for your time.
Hey, we don't know them all, but we owe them all. Those words are huge. And I just was driving home from Bismarck, North Dakota, and this truck passed me all decked out in patriotic things. And that was exactly what it said. We don't know them all, but we owe them all. So if you know of or have ever heard of Rand's Trucking Inc., give them a holler, because I let them know I gave them a holler too, because I would love to reach out to them. Join the family, consider it done. I mean, they look to be American and super supportive of our veterans and first responders as well. Definitely patriots, love their country. So with that, I'm going to talk about our music quick, because we had one great friend last night by the name of Chris Turner, and he was here to share some of his new music. He's been super busy. This guy, and then I just saw here on my stories quick that then he just went for a run because he's got a little break from all the gigs he's been doing. So why not? Why not run? Please go pre-download his album For the Country. Go to iTunes. Go to iTunes and download. I did it yesterday or the day before, trying to figure this stuff out. Do it, please, and listen to this music. Dr. Mackey last night couldn't say enough about the All in the Same Boat song. That's one of his old ones, which was our first song last night. And definitely we are all in the same boat. Mr. Mackey loved it. And what a message combined with his message. We gotta love all our brothers. We gotta love all our brothers, not just the ones that look like us, right? Chris's second song is that we played last night was For the Country. Chris was off at a Gold Star family event, and he learned about this soldier named Rocky from Dayton, Ohio. And then he went out to help his fire team, and he took 2 rounds. This Rocky took 2 rounds to the chest and ended up losing his life. This song was rewritten from the original to include Rocky and some of his story in it. Chris was just very moved when he met this Gold Star family. And his third song on the show last night, you'll have to go on the show or go to iTunes. It's called Keith. It's co-written by Cooper Lane, who wanted to write a song about Keith Whitley. And it turned into writing about a personal friend because Chris always talks about Keith Whitley and what a great guy he is. And I've listened to that song a couple of times now, and it's a great tribute to a great guy, I guess. Then they just called it Keith. So, yeah, it was a cool night. I'm actually going to close out with All in the Same Boat. But real quick, Peterson and I are leaving on Thursday for a trip out to wreaths across America, if you guys haven't heard about it. But their wreaths are made on the weekend is called Stem to Stone, and now I gotta go look so I can get the right name. I am so sorry about the puppy. Where is? Well, we're going to fly into Bangor, Maine. If you've never been to Bangor, Maine, I can't tell you because I can't find the email. Bangor, Maine is beautiful. So we're going to be going out to the farm where the wreaths are made. And we're going to partake in their events out there and get to know some of the people. And I believe the Wreaths Across America people, some of them will be there as well. So Chris Jackson, no. That's someone on our team. Chris. And Chris and Jeff. We'll be looking to see you guys in case you are there. If you're not, it's okay. We'll definitely catch you. I think Jeff Pierce is going to be there. However, so that's going to be exciting. You can find our music, not our music because we don't make music, but the music that we have of all of our veterans, first responders, and active duty and all of that at our radio station. It is WeP3 Radio, and it can be found at live65.com, WeP3 Radio. Go tune it in. We're building. Man, we got some Chris Turner's new music. Not there yet. Because we have to, I think Friday. Did he say Friday? It comes up. Anyway, okay, so go do that. Go give a listen. If you want to catch our show, if you can't watch on Sunday night at 11. Oh, what am I doing? At 11. I don't know if this is the right show. Anyway, go to the People's Patriot Project. It won't even let me copy. This is so weird. Copy. Okay. This might be a different show. I can't remember if we updated. Anyway, but it'll get you to YouTube. Go to the lives and watch our past shows if you would like. Next Sunday night, well, this coming Sunday night, we've got Homeward Bound Adirondacks coming in. This is James Howard, and what a great guy, man. I invited him to come meet us one Tuesday, and it was like a coffee group. It was so fun. I've really truly enjoyed meeting him, and we will get to learn some more about what they do on Homeward Bound. I believe he's coming back from a trip, or he might be back now. from a trip to Hawaii. It may have been business and fun mixed together, but he'll tell us all about that. We got some things coming up, you guys. And if you would like to, oops, not edit. Why do I keep pushing edit? Copy. I'm going to send you our PayPal link, or you can find us on Venmo. Just look for the People's Patriot Project. We are always taking donations, always taking donations, so that we can continue our mission. We love volunteers as much as we love donations. We got a lot of stuff that we could use help with, stuff like our website, our newsletter, maybe this, so we don't have to do it from work or in our cars. I say that. Well, also, in a month, I'll be coaching volleyball, which means I'm gone for a month of Mondays as well. So yeah, if you guys have a talent, treasure, time, give us a holler. The People's Patriot Project exists to support those who have served. Man, I think I've talked a lot. I feel weird because it's just me and my dog with his lovely music in the background. Jeremy, can't thank you enough. Love to see you here. I didn't see the other names as they were because doing this all by yourself just takes a little bit more talent than I have right here in my car. But anyway, I thank you so much. I will see you all Sunday night at 6 p.m. Central, 1800 Central Time, every Sunday night. Please join us for our show. Come and see James and his, now I forgot it, Homeward Bound Adirondacks. There we go. Adirondacks is the magic word. And with that, thanks again for all your support, all your love. If you need a hunting dog, let me know. It's not the one making noise. It's this one. Look how good he is. Hey, Bubba. His name's Deuce, actually, and you can interpret that the way you want to. It's German because he's a German short hair. Okay, we're going to close out with Chris Turner. Shout out to CT. Check him out everywhere, please. Go check out Dr. Mackey at goforbroke.org. And we will catch you. But I'm stalling because now I got to find the song that I want. Oh my gosh. It's probably towards the top. Okay, closing out with Chris Turner and All in the Same Boat. Peace out.
Life gets hard sometimes, it's a daily grind. It's almost enough to make you lose your mind. Just when you get a good grip, it slips right through your fingers. Finally find a little honey, then you're pulling out the stingers. Woohoo! We work hard to make $1 just to keep our head above water. One day we're soaking up the sun, sailing in the breeze, drinking margaritas and kicking up our feet. Then we start thinking we're sinking, we can't plug all the holes, running around in circles trying to keep our world afloat. And we all in the same boat.
Yeah, you know I'm in the same boat with you, bro. Go on, slide me a paddle, let me get downstream. I said, Lord have mercy, got us feeling like a chump. Now we're dumping all our dollars while we're crying at the pump. Clear across the nation, it's as crazy as can be. But my kinfolk know how to cope down here in Tennessee. Yeah, we're still honking, getting cold ones by the case. Ain't no inflation gonna change the way this country boy was raised. So we're still soaking up the sun, sailing in the breeze, drinking margaritas and kicking up our feet. Then we start thinking we're sinking, we can't plug all the holes, running around in circles trying to keep our world afloat. And we all in the same boat. Oh, come on now. Help. We all need a little help. Love.
breeze. Sipping margaritas, ain't worried about a thing. And we start thinking we're sinking, we can't plug all the holes. Running around in circles trying to keep our world afloat. Ain't we all in the same boat?
Come on now.
Ain't we all, man, we all in the same boat.
That's right. We in the same boat here, baby. Let me get a full tank on pump number 1. We about to take this thing all the way out.